Okay guys, this is my review for Superman 2. We're getting up to Batman v Superman, we're getting closer and closer and closer. Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, was of course directed by Richard Donner. And it starred Gene Hackman, Christopher Reeve. Now, I think I learnt her name, how to pronounce her first name, Margot Kidder. That's it. Now this is the first time that in this scene here, and basically for the whole movie, this scene sets up a side plot to the movie where basically Lois starts to suspect that Clark is Superman and Superman is Clark, and it's great. And it leads to a great scene, which I'll talk about later when we get to it. I mean, she is so convinced that he is Superman that she's willing to throw herself out of a frickin' window. I mean, she's frickin' insane! You know what, I think some of that time travel got to her head. Okay, so, after all that stuff, we get to Lex Luthor in prison. Lex Luthor plays a pretty, I guess you could say, vital part in this movie. And yes, Otis is back. If you guys remember my review for Superman 1, I'm gonna reference a lot of things that I said in that review. I said that I don't like Otis. I find him a goofy and not needed character, even though he might be from the comics. I just don't see a point to him. Like, he doesn't add anything to these movies whatsoever. And I just wish that he wasn't in this movie. Oh, wait. He isn't in this movie. Lex Luthor totally kicks the ladder down on him, literally. And all the better for it, because the movie is a lot better without him. Now, this is the scene, I love this scene, just saying. This is the scene where Lois finally figures out that Clark is Superman. And it's just a great scene. Now, I will say that Christopher Reeve's hair goes from long to short to long to short, and that's only because half of this scene was filmed as test footage for Superman 1, but was so good that they used it for Superman 2, and they didn't actually really shoot the scene. That was the only footage of that scene that had been shot, so they had to use it and make do with what they had and didn't have and stuff like that. So either way, it turned out really well, and you know, it was a good scene.
You realize, of course, if you'd been wrong, Clark Kent would have been killed.
Were they blank?
Superman and Lois had sex. Ouch. That's the only thing I'm going to say about that. So basically Zod has taken over the United States by threatening the president, stuff like that. They've succeeded in their goal in essentially taking over planet Earth, or planet Houston as they kept calling it. And the only one on the planet that could stop them gave up his powers to live the rest of his life with Lois Lane. Now, I'm not saying that this is a bad part of the movie. It's actually a really good plot point in the movie because it adds more depth to not really Superman, but to the human side of him. It really shows us that he's just a man that wants to live life normally like we do. And it's great. It adds more depth to him. Now, this scene where Lex Luthor comes into the White House to meet up with Zod and his thugs. This scene is great. It's very well done, and as a director, I love this scene because of one thing. How it starts and then how it ends. It starts with Lex Luthor coming in, right? He's been intimidated by them because, you know, they're all strong and macho men and women. And it starts out with him being intimidated and Zod sitting on the presidential chair, whatever. Lex Luthor is walking around, he's still being intimidated, and it ends with Lex Luthor having the upper hand, them being intimidated, and him sitting in the president's chair. If that isn't great storytelling and filmmaking, I don't know what is. Now, of course, Superman gains his powers back, also after getting his ass kicked. But that's not why he gets his superpowers back. He gets his superpowers back because Zod came on the TV, basically, you know, thy kneel, bow, whatever, and this, because Superman knows who Zod is, this obviously leads to him getting his powers back and fighting them in the city. This fight leads to them going to the Fortress of Solitude. Superman swaps it. So, okay, but let me explain it for you. So, the thing that took his powers away, he swapped it and put it on the outside of the chamber, which took his powers away. So he changed it so the chamber would then protect him from the outside, which would take their powers away, and then he does like the hand thing and like squeezes his hand, and it's pretty awesome. Basically, the movie ends with Lois knowing who Clark is and Superman, like Clark is Superman, Superman's Clark.
Well, there he goes, kid. Up and away.
Whoa, whoa, a kid? A kid? Really? I'm surprised he didn't blow her head off. Like, that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Just think about that. So, yeah, go down, like and comment on this video, subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, and, yeah, bye.